You're 17. You live in Zawaya. Your uncle drowned reaching Lampedusa 2 years ago. His debt didn't drown with him. It came to your family. You need $3,000. And there's only one way to get it. Level 1, the spotter. You work the transit camps on the southern edge of Tripoli. Eritreans, Sudanese, Nigerians. You speak their language. You share their hunger. That's why they trust you. A mother tears a paper chit in half before she pays you. Keep your half, she says. The other half goes to whoever delivers her son to the boat. It's how money moves without a name attached. You don't understand the system yet. You just take the half she gives you. $30 a head. 40 heads in 2 months. You don't lose a single name to the police, so they pull you off the street. Now you ride with the trucks. You won't sleep the same way again. Level 2, the convoy. A Hilux built for 10 carries 50 across the Sahara. $500 to $1,500 a rider. Paid before the engine starts. Tubu checkpoints take their cut every 20 miles. You pay or you don't pass. A man falls from the bed somewhere past Agadez. The truck doesn't slow. You don't ask the driver to stop. You already know the answer. You still carry your half of that mother's chit. You don't know why you kept it. You deliver every truck intact minus what the desert takes, so they give you a building. Now people don't move until you say so. Now you are the one who decides what the desert takes. Level 3, the ghetto boss. A warehouse outside Zuwara. 90 people some weeks. You decide who eats. You decide who calls home. You decide who boards next. Families behind on payment get a phone call home with the beating audible behind it. The money arrives faster that way. You learn this is simply how the price gets paid when it can't be paid in cash. The chit system runs through your hands now. Half tokens collected from families across 3 countries. Matched and burned once a boat clears Italian waters. Hawala. Untraceable. No bank. No paper that survives. You run the warehouse 5 months. No escapes, no raids. So they bring you to the coast. Now you see the boats before anyone else. Now you are the last face they see before the water. Level 4, the enforcer. You keep order in the compound and on the ramp. The method is simple. Rubber hose, electric cable. Never the face, always the back. You learned it from the guards before you. You teach the next ones now. When a family can't pay, you put them on the phone with their relatives in Gambia or Lagos or Khartoum. You make sure the relatives hear everything clearly. The money comes. A pregnant woman near the front of the line slows the loading one night. You move her yourself. 80 people board a boat built for 15. You are the reason the line keeps moving. 4 straight departures. No refusals reaching Walid, so they take you off the ramp. Now you decide which boats leave at all. Now the water is someone else's problem. Level 5, the fixer. Zawaya, Zuwara, Sabratha, your stretch. You buy rubber dinghies rated for 15 and load them for 80 to 120. A printer 2 streets over produces the transit papers your higher value cargo needs. You never meet him. You know only his prices. A Coast Guard lieutenant switches off his radar on Tuesday nights. He is not your enemy. He is on payroll. Some nights, he works your side. Other nights, he intercepts your competitors' boats on the same patrol route. He is paid for both. You schedule 9 departures in 1 month. All 9 clear territorial waters before sunrise. So they stop asking you to load boats. Now you manage the men who do. Now your name moves faster than you do. The system. Here's what this operation actually is. It is not chaos. It is a supply chain. It starts in Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria, Eritrea. Spotters working bus stations and refugee camps, earning $30 a head. It moves through Agadez, Niger, across Tubu and Tuareg territory, $500 to $1,500 a truck. It arrives in Libya, into compounds holding 90 people at a time, managed by ghetto bosses who control departure dates, boat assignments, and ransom calls. A hawala broker matches half chits to cash across 3 countries and never touches a migrant or a wave. Document forgers run print shops that produce papers for official checkpoints. Fixers bribe Coast Guard officers to disable marine radar. The sea crossing costs each person $3,800 to $9,000. Full journey packages from Sub-Saharan Africa to Italy run $7,500 to $16,000. In 2023 alone, this route generated between $290 million and $370 million. Globally, networks like this one produce $5 to $7 billion a year. Europol calls it a polycentric criminal network, a modular hierarchy. Leaders, organizers, low-level facilitators, each taking a cut, each handing the next piece of cargo down the chain. You call it work. Level 6. The organizer. 5 fixers. 3 compounds, 2 coastal towns. They all answer to you now. You recruit captains from the cargo itself, a migrant given 10 minutes with a GPS unit, and a promise of free passage if the boat survives. Cheaper than a sailor. Disposable the same way. A broker named Hamid handles the money you never touch. Families pay in 3 installments. One at home, one at the Libyan border, the last just before boarding. Hamid matches half chits to cash across 3 countries. He never sees a warehouse or a wave. To him it is only numbers reconciling. You respect that distance. You used to envy it. Your slice launders through a fishing company you co-own and a trucking permit office that asks no questions. You keep your own half of the chit in a drawer in Tripoli, in a house with a wife who believes the word logistics. You stop counting people. You count boats. 20 this month. 30 next month. The cargo changes every night. The process never does. The compounds fill. More cargo arrives. Payments clear. Engines start. Sometimes a boat never calls back. Nobody waits. Another one launches before sunrise. You stopped asking names a long time ago. The families never do. Did you see my son? Did my wife make it? You tell them you don't know. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it isn't. The hardest part isn't the dead. It's the missing. No body, no answer. Just silence. Silence is cheaper than refunds. You learn that every delay costs money. Every empty seat costs money. Every argument costs money. People become cargo. Departure schedules, weather forecasts, fuel calculations, weight limits, nothing more. One night you open the drawer. The paper chit is still there, folded, worn around the edges. You close the drawer again. Tomorrow more cargo arrives, and the system starts over. You move 300 people without a single loss to authorities, so they hand you the militias. Now your protection has a price too. Now you are the danger, not the destination. Level 7, the kingpin. 6 organizers, 14 ghetto bosses, 200 miles of coast. A Coast Guard commander on your payroll intercepts your rival's boats and waves yours through on the same patrol line. His fuel, his radios, his salary. Funded in part by the European governments whose stated mission is to stop you. 6 phones, 3 people you trust. 2 former partners sit in Italian custody. 1 stopped answering in spring. Nobody says where he went. You have everything, except a name you can use in daylight. Level 8. The end. October 2013. A boat under your protection. Not your hands, but your money, your route, your half of the chit network. Leaves Misrata at night. The captain is Khaled Ben Salam, a Tunisian, paid more than the others because he can actually sail. 368 people aboard, mostly Eritreans and Somalis. A woman named Letabrhana is one of them. She was locked in a holding building near Tripoli for days before this, same as every cargo you have ever loaded. Lampedusa's lights appear after a night at sea. Someone lights a blanket to signal a passing ship. The flame catches faster than anyone expects. Panic moves through the boat like weight shifting in water. It capsizes. 368 people drown within sight of land that was supposed to be the end of the debt. Ben Salam survives. A court convicts him to 18 years. You are 200 miles away. You feel nothing you would call grief. You feel the manifest gap. You start filling it before the news cycle ends. It takes 4 years. A wiretap catches a name. The name leads to Hamid. Hamid talks to keep himself out of an Italian cell. His ledger has half chits matched to whole numbers. One of those numbers is yours. No raid. A knock on a Tripoli door. Extradition papers read aloud in a Sicilian courtroom. The prosecutor holds up a torn paper chit recovered from Hamid's files. Your half, the one you kept in a drawer for 9 years, and asks you to explain what it was for. You have no answer that isn't already on the record. The commander who took your money for 6 years sends no lawyer. The protection ends exactly how it began, on no paper at all. A year after the wreck, Letabrhana comes back to Lampedusa. She stands where the boat went down. She says the names of the ones who didn't surface. Somewhere in Zawiya, a 17-year-old stands outside a warehouse. His mother is tearing a chit in half. He's still waiting for his.